these trees could talk, they'd have a lot to say. For today's adventure, we're going to the Watchung Reservation. There's plenty to do here and plenty to see. Our first stop, Trailside Nature and Science Center. Here's a small-scale model of the actual Watchung Reservation. It takes you along the different parts of the reservation, including the Deserted Village, which we'll go to next. This region of New Jersey was home to the Lenape Indians. So here at Trailside, you could learn a little bit more about the way they lived. The Lenape traditionally inhabited areas which are now New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. They were known for their agricultural practices, cultivating crops, corns, beans, squash. They had a rich cultural heritage, including storytelling, music, dance. With the rise of European colonization, the tribe ultimately faced displacement and loss of territory. There's a lot of history you can learn here in New Jersey all about them. The cool educational programs here are teaching you about sap to syrup and how to collect sap from sugar maple trees. You can register for different programs on the website at ucnj.org/trailside. They have different events for kids and families and adults. It's a beautiful mural. I don't know who painted it, but it's beautiful. This part's really great for kids. They can learn about pollinators, birds, butterflies, grasshoppers. Look at that guy right there. Wow, he's cool. What is a pollinator? Let's look. What is a pollinator? Hello, little brown bat. Whenever I see a brown bat, I think of the Wall Bridge in Houston, Texas, and the thousands of Mexican free-tailed bats that reside under the bridge. It's a really cool place to go. Not New Jersey, but Texas. But yeah, check it out. Bald eagle. If you want to see some live bald eagles, another place to go in New Jersey would be the Raptor Trust, located at the Great Swamp. If you're local to the area, you probably came here a lot on class trips. They have a quiet kids library upstairs that you can come and sit and watch the live stream of the bald eagles from Duke Farms. Pretty neat. They're sitting on their eggs right now. So there are 3 floors here at Trailside, just so you know as well. The trees are amazing. Let's go downstairs. Here we go. Cardinal. Hello, Cardinal. Hi, squirrels. There's a lot of squirrels down here. You can just come here, watch the animals. This is great for toddlers and little kids. Just to come, sit, watch nature. Hello, squirrel. This is actually a certified wildlife habitat. While the raccoon is not alive, and neither is some of the birds on this tree or this rock here, the turtle moves from turtles to snakes. You can see them all here. Learn about nature, the wetlands. We love Trailside, especially on a cold winter day. You can come to the kids area here and learn about dinosaurs. Leave a donation if you're able to. It's a great free place to come any time of year, but in the winter it's nice because it's cold outside. But they do have trails outside too if you want to come on a nicer day, of course. But let's go on our next adventure. Our next stop, the Deserted Village of Feltville. So there's a lot of history here in these woods, and well, there's a lot of stories going around on the internet. Maybe stories you've heard, stories from weird New Jersey. Leave a comment down below if you have any of your own. If you come here, you can go on a walking tour, and they have a guided audio tour that you can access from your phone, which explains the history here. Now, the first known colonial settler of this area was a man named Peter Wilcox. He was an Englishman. He came to this area around 1720. My understanding is that he produced lumber that was sold to settlers nearby. In the time the Wilcox family farmed here, they had other settlers that came through, including the Badgley and the Radden families. Now, it's too icy today to access this area, but there's a cemetery back here. There's about 5 headstones that you could see that were placed in around the 1960s, but there was one original headstone. And about a dozen people thought to be buried in that area. So I encourage you to check it out on a nicer day when there's not so much ice. But this is the village here. We fast forward to about 1844 when a man named David Felt bought some property up from Peter Wilcox's descendants in order to establish another factory. Between 1845 and 1847, Felt built a mill along the Blue Brook, 2 dams supplying water power for his mill, and an entire town here, so that the people who would work for the mill had a place to live. The town became known as Feltville. He wanted to provide a nice little pleasant surrounding for his workers, unlike the industrial cities of Patterson and other locations. So his workers relatively had a nice spacious accommodations and yards for growing produce, a post office and a school for their kids. There was a 1-room schoolhouse which stood on the area where the parking lot at the top of the road is now. Back in that time, there was no child labor laws, so kids, if they were 12 years old, they were definitely working in the farms and the factories. A lot of these buildings are falling apart. Some of them were restored in 1998. And while today mostly everything down here is abandoned, you can rent out Master's Barn, which they redid, and it's actually a really nice place to have an event. Another popular activity down here is horseback riding, and so this here is the Watchung stables. They have some horses, they have their jackets on because it's winter and it's cold. Next stop is Lake Surprise, but there's not much to do here with all the snow, so let's go and maybe get some lunch. Decided to come to Gabriel's Fountain, one of my favorite spots. It's about a half hour away from the Watchung Reservation, give or take, and they have some really great food here and awesome ice cream. Look at this. It's a cold day for some nice hot tomato soup. And then I tried the special for Valentine's Day, My Bleeding Heart. Yum, delicious, awesome. Highly recommend. Come and get it. Try it for yourself. If you like the videos I'm making, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep it moving.